My brows are far from perfect. In every single video, they're different. They're differently shaped. I'm using a different pencil. I just like to experiment. So some of the products that I use are my Morphe angle liner brush in B11. And I've really been experimenting with a lot of gel eyebrow products lately because it's just something new. I also recommend that you have a spoolie. I really love this one from Maybelline that also has a pencil on it and a concealer. Always have a concealer on hand. Now what I've learned with gel products is that they dry it pretty quickly, so I recently saw some tips on how to revive it, and it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just wet your brush a little bit. I just put mine directly under the water, and then I use my brush and I mix that into the gel anytime I'm ready to use it. Now you don't want to put too much because you want your brow to look opaque, especially with someone like me. My brows, it just runs in my family. I barely have any. They kind of grow crazy where they do grow, but it doesn't have any rhyme or reason to it. So here are some of the steps that I like to take. The first one is just to conceal around the brow. It makes your shape stand out and it better helps you define how you want your brow to look. One of the benefits of not really having a lot of brows is that you get to play with it. You get to decide whether you want an arch or you want it to curve a bit more. So I like to conceal around my brows. I have different products that I like to use, but I just find that concealing around the brows makes it look a lot better. Then I go in with the gel and I just start filling it in. I think it gives a better appearance rather than a pencil. It does take a little bit longer, but I feel like you can make your brows look a little bit more hair-like with a gel liner, whereas with the pencil, it's kind of basically drawn in. But with this, I feel like I get a lot more precision. Now, don't come too hard at me. I'm really new at this. I'm just now learning how to do it. So if you guys have any tips on brow products that I could use, let me know in the comment section. Once I was finished, I went back in with some concealer to further shape it up some more. Especially if I've made any mistakes, then I usually just go back in with concealer. It's completely optional. You don't have to do it, especially if you have more hair than I do. But for someone like me or barely has any hair, then I recommend that just use a concealer and try to play around with it. If you do have a lot of hair, probably going with a color corrector rather than a concealer so it doesn't look too bright. Then I always go back in with the spoolie to help the hairs that I do have lay in place. I find that it just helps make it look a little bit more natural or as natural as I can possibly make it. And realistically, I do go back in with the pencil on top of the gel to help my ends look a bit darker, because you want the ends of it to look darker. Not necessarily gradient, but the tail should look a bit darker than the rest of the eyebrow. So that's how I've been doing my eyebrows lately. Let me know some good products. I'm still learning and experimenting as far as my brows, and that's why they change in every video. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.